Hey guys, welcome back, and today I wanted to talk about $80 video games. So, as many of you guys know, last week, I think it was last week, Nintendo showed off the new console and the games that are coming to the console. Mario Kart World is, of course, $80, and everybody has an opinion on it, and a lot of people are pissed. And I am not thrilled of the price either, and people are not just upset that the game is $80, it's the implication of it being $80. The fact that Nintendo wants to charge $80 for Mario Kart World is going to open the floodgates for other developers and publishers to price their games at that price or even higher. Mario Kart World is $80 and it's just the standard edition. It's not even a limited or collector's edition. It's just the standard game, $80. And we already have an abundance of collector's editions and limited editions that are severely overpriced, that some of the collector's editions, like the ones for PlayStation in recent years, do not come with the physical game. It's just the steelbook, a statue, and then an art book and some digital goodies, and of course the digital game. So we already have that problem, and throwing this into the mix is even worse, because we all know the publishers are very lazy with like pre-order bonuses or just incentives for you to just buy their game or pre-order the game, because nowadays, how we've seen, there's certain publishers, Ubisoft, that like to have like pre-order bonuses, like you get the game 3 days early, 5 days early, and that is ridiculous, and they charge you an extra $20 to $30 on top of that. So imagine if Ubisoft, EA, or any other publisher decides to charge $80 for their games, and then if you want the early access for 3 or 5 days, that's an extra $20 to $30 on top of the $80. You know, that is ridiculous. And on top of that, another concerning thing about this $80 price increase is because Nintendo is setting this example, and it's only a matter of time before other publishers follow suit. Not every single game is created equal. Like, I'm sure Mario Kart World is going to be a polished, finished product that a lot of people are going to enjoy. I'm more than likely going to enjoy it. You got other developers and publishers that release their games right out the door without really play testing or finishing the game entirely. They just want the product out there and they can just fix it later with updates. That's been a problem in the gaming industry for years. And if they're going to start charging $80 for something that's rushed out the door just to get it out on time for the holiday season or whatever release date they got planned, it's going to backfire hard. So like Ubisoft usually has the problem of having a lot of glitches in their games, and unfortunately I don't like really dogpiling on a certain publisher, but Ubisoft is very famous for doing that with their games. Just look at Star Wars Outlaws and some other games too. They released in a not so finished state, but they still charge you the full price, and they're even enticing you to purchase the ultimate gold editions of their games. So imagine if, like, I hate beating the dead horse here, but Cyberpunk 2077, imagine that game came out today in the state that it came out in back in 2020, but they were charging $80 for the base game. That would gone really, really bad, even though it already went really, really bad with the state of the game, but that would have been a lot worse. So like I said, there's different publishers and developers that don't release their games the way they should, and if they dare try to charge $80 for a promise, it's not going to go over well. And I'm not going to say it's concrete, but this can and could be the first domino to trickle down the rest of the dominoes for another gaming crash. It is possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this could be the origin of that, because we all know the economy here in the US is completely absurd, and with the tariffs and stuff, which have been paused by the way, so Nintendo, please release the pre-orders for us here, and Canada, of course. I can't believe they got bunched in with us. That sucks for them too. But yeah, the economy is pretty bad, and if they're going to start charging $80 for every new game or every first party new game, the sales are going to be affected, and people are going to either start selling their games or they're just going to skip the game altogether. I'm more on the camp on selling some of my games in order to afford these things, but like I said, not every collector is keen on doing that, but I'm fine with it. But yeah, this can open the floodgates to more than just other publishers putting their games at $80, because like I said, this could be the tipping point for the gaming industry to just implode on itself. But that will remain to be seen. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. I really hope this does not become the standard, especially when it comes to digital games, because like I said before in my last video, I understand if the physical copy costs like $10 extra than the digital copy. The digital copy doesn't take anything for them to manufacture. They just put the game on the server or whatever, and boom, it's ready to go. For physical, they have to produce the discs and then the cases and the artwork. I get that. Alright? They should entice us more with the digital copy if it was $10 to $15 cheaper than the physical copy. Because if that were a thing, I probably would switch to digital just for that price difference. But unfortunately, it's not the way it is. I don't see that changing anytime soon. But yeah, like I said before, I don't want this to be the norm for the industry for $80 games. But like they say, we have to vote with our wallets if we don't want this trend to stay or happen. But we'll see. The Switch 2 is probably going to sell out, and a lot of copies of Mario Kart World are going to sell. But hopefully the parents that try to buy this thing for their kids stand their ground and be like, no, we're not paying $80 for one single game. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. The $80 games and the implications that can affect and will affect the gaming industry moving forward. So what are your guys' thoughts on $80 games? Are you dead set on not paying $80 for a game and waiting for them to go on sale? Or are you someone like myself that are willing to pay for this, but are also willing to decrease the price by trading in some games? Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.